Hello, Krystal.
Hello, hello.
How's it going?
Great. It's so good to finally be here, making
Like,
my cameo since the intro video.
you guys, we are going to be talking about all the national pageants that happened over the week of Thanksgiving. I mean, it was pageant overload in the best way possible. So we're going to be giving a little bit of pageant tea. Okay, well, not really tea, but we're just going to be having a discussion. And guys, this is just all our own opinion. We absolutely love pageantry. That's why we have Skyy Potential Productions. So we just want to talk about it. It's been a while.
It has. And as you can tell, we are more than 6 feet away. So we are in the COVID guidelines. So we're coming to you guys via Zoom.
Yes, with my San Francisco skyline background.
Let's jump into it. So how do you feel? We had 3 national pageants during the Thanksgiving break, or I guess week. How do you feel they went in?
I think they went well. So there was Princess of America, National American Miss, and USA National Miss. And I want to first talk about National American Miss because, it's just a staple pageant. And this is the first year that you had to pay to actually watch their main competition. So I think some of their competitions were streamed, but mostly you had to pay for the final pageants. And and my family is so used to during Thanksgiving week, they know to kind of sometimes leave me alone because I'm watching a national pageant. And it was actually good that they were paid because I wasn't glued to my phone. And I was kind of able to have more family time, as sad as that might sound. It was good that it was paid for because I didn't pay for them. And so I just had to get updates the other way.
Yeah, I agree with that, Tim. Like, I was totally on social media, like refreshing my Instagram, like, okay, who's in the top 5, because of course your girls and your friends are at the national competition, but, they're so involved in the actual pageant that they can't update you right away. So it's best to get those updates. So I feel like National American Miss, you guys did an amazing job just keeping us that weren't in Florida informed of the top and the finalists and that was coming up. So I was like, okay, refreshing every 5 minutes, like, okay, what's next? So thank you for updating us on that.
Yeah, I want to give a general kind of shout out to all of the contestants. I mean, every single one of these pageants that we're talking about today, they were all rescheduled. So everyone's plans got changed. So congrats to you contestants, you guys, for just sticking with it, still competing, still being prepared. Good job, you guys. And also a big shout out to pageant coaches. I feel like this year more than ever, a lot of pageant coaches have been giving shout outs to their girls and also shouting out the other coaches that they work with. It just seems to be such a huge team spirit, and coaches are literally working together to help their girls stay prepared. And I think that's awesome.
I agree, Tam. That's very true. I think it's just good to show gratitude as well. You just everyone starts somewhere, and even if it's your foundational coach or your coach where you are now, if you've been in the pageant industry for many years, I think it's just amazing to give gratitude, girls, to your coaches and to your sponsors, to your parents, and even the parents that are just watching this. Maybe you extend the gratitude on behalf of your daughter or teacher. That's important because everyone is working hard to make sure that your girl and your favorite contestant is prepared and ready to do her absolute best. And I just think that, that is just an amazing thing just for the coaches to do it, but the girls as well. Gratitude just goes a long way. And it really makes your coaches, your sponsors wants to continue to work with you and they feel appreciated. So while the coaches are coming together to collaborate and, express gratitude to their students. But I think it's important from the other end as well. I like to also piggyback and say congratulations to the organizers.
Yeah.
Because it took a lot for you guys to just revamp everything. All your events got canceled, all your venues, everything was up in the air. We had to do everything with masks and face coverings and ensuring everyone was 6 feet apart. All your communications changed and all your logistics. So big shout out to all the pageant organizers for all that you did to communicate to your delegates and your contestants and your parents and just the community that was watching as well. So big ups to all of us.
So you, Krystal, you've produced pageants before. Like, can you imagine producing a pageant like during COVID? Like,
man,
it's crazy enough without COVID.
Absolutely. I'm sure, it would have been late nights with some chocolate chip cookies, trying to make it happen. But you know that I'm 100% dedicated to making sure the production is great. So it would have been a challenge, but I definitely would have been up for it. So shout out to all the pageant producers as well.
Awesome. I want to talk about Princess of America. Now, they're not a newer pageant, but they have grown, and I've actually been to their pageant with Enlightened Expressions Midwest, and I've seen their system and I've met their directors, and it is such a nice system. They're held in Branson, Missouri, which is, I love me some Branson. It's a nice, fun, touristy town. And it's awesome. The Titanic Museum is awesome. They have a lot of really cute stuff. But the theater that they're in is actually huge. Like, their theater stage in Missouri is huge. I think girls really like being on that stage. But we had a girl competing this week at Princess of America, and one of the things that her mom told me about was a new pageant tool that Princess of America has. It's called the Pageant Day app, and it is, honestly, it seemed to be like the best thing for her. So my pageant mom told me her life was in order for once at this pageant. She didn't need to have the program book. She didn't need to have the schedule. She didn't forget anything because she always had the app, and everything in the app kept her really, really organized. And she said the only thing that she really desires is that the next pageant that they go to, that it also has the app, because she's like, I can't go back. The other parents and contestants, they all really enjoyed the app and thought it was a really great addition to, their national pageant. Click the link below, you guys, if you want more information, okay? So great job, Princess of America. A lot of times when we have clients come to us and say, okay, we've done NAMM, we've done IGN, we've done UNM, like, what else can we do? I always recommend them to Princess of America. I think it's just a great, fun pageant.
Their organizers are amazing. They're very, stay in touch with their delegates, and they seem to bring a lot of activities for, the families during the week, and even for the girls. They have like a pink party, a roaring 20s party, I believe it is. So lots of opportunities to have fun with each other too, which is very important. You're kind of away from your family during Thanksgiving week, so the girls and delegates are your family for the week. So big ups to the organizers for creating those opportunities and exciting events for that week. Because Tam, remember when you and I were at Miss American Co-Ed for almost 5 years straight during Nationals Week?
Right.
We were eating. I meant to text you on Thanksgiving to say, do you miss your Benihana?
Yeah, this was great.
Yes. So we also know how it feels to, not have your home cooked meal during Thanksgiving week. So It was Benihanas for Miss Tam and I for about 3 years straight.
And quickly, this isn't in our notes, but can we also give a shout out? I want to give a shout out to Miss American Co-Ed. Their pageant was in October, so it wasn't Thanksgiving week. But Michelle Landry, she's awesome. We competed together. She took over Miss American Co-Ed from Miss Patty. Co-Ed is Miss Krystal and I's system. We literally grew up in Co-Ed. So big shout out. The pageant looked awesome. I did watch it. It was organized. The contestants seemed to have a lot of fun. And it really makes me want to go back and compete. I don't think I will, but I'm super, I'm thinking about it.
Michelle, did you hear that? I also did hear that they used the Pageant Day app as well. So
they did. You're right. Listen, all of these pageants continue to grow and they continue to try new things to make themselves bigger and better. And I think the next big thing in pageantry is utilizing technology to make your experience better and easier, and just bring it back to just eliminating some things so that you can enjoy your experience more. And one of those things is just, not having to carry around schedules and notebooks and always writing things and big heavy tote bags full of all your file folders. Like, we got to do away with that,
And just communication, because we know things change,
right.
in the pageant week. Like sometimes something's running late or something's missing, just a way to communicate with your delegates and your families that are there. I think, I know that's what the app helps you do. So
yeah, the directors can literally send out a notification, and every delegate and their parents will get that notification on their phone like that. So it's just super easy. UNM.
Oh, yeah.
The glam is real with this one. That's what I have to say about that one. And they celebrated their 10-year anniversary, and their stage was amazing.
Congrats, UNM.
And we were also sponsors. Well, we are sponsors for USA National Miss. So with Skyy Potential Productions, we do farewell videos. So we offered a gift certificate to every contestant for their farewell videos. And we'll also be doing complimentary farewell videos for the new winners just crowned. So we're really excited about that. We have 3 packages, and there's a link below where you can find out more about that as well. So UNM has really grown. I think they get the award for like one of the fastest growing systems. Yeah.
They also have an exciting week of activities planned. I think all 3 of them, I didn't want to not state that National American Miss didn't either, but I think that all of the systems are looking for more ways to keep their delegates and contestants engaged during the week and excited for something new. And I do feel that UNM took that to the next level with and it could be, they're continuing to be trendy, in the pageant world, and also because it was their 10-year anniversary. So why not do a big celebration? Why not do it big? Go big or go home when it comes to the party and the anniversaries, for sure.
Let's get into some points that I want to make, that we want to make. One thing that first of all, let me go on the record here and say, out of Krystal and I'm like the really conservative one. I love pageants that don't allow makeup on girls ages like 4 to preteen, right? Like, if you know me, I directed for IJM, and we do allow, it's no noticeable makeup, but it's more of a glam pageant. And I really like the ones where no makeup at all is allowed. So, you may not agree with me on my opinions coming here soon, but just know it comes from a background of me just being super conservative when it comes to little girls still looking like little girls.
I do agree with you on that, though. The makeup thing, like, I am totally like, just have on some lip gloss and let your beauty shine. I'm totally with you on that one.
Yeah.
It may seem like I may not be tan, but they're like, oh yeah, they said I can put on some clear mascara. I'm like, ooh.
Yeah.
But okay.
Right. It better be clear. I felt that I saw a lot of, maybe not a lot, but I saw quite a few fun fashions and outfits that were very risque for ages. I'll just say the junior princess and princess division, especially the princess division. I saw some really risque fun fashions that were very much more for like Miss USA. I was not a fan of that. I think your daughter has a lot of time to be Miss USA when she gets older. Just let her be a little girl for now. I was not a fan of those.
Which ones did you like? Like, what would you maybe suggest?
I would just say, I don't think little girls need to be in anything risque that's like see-through. I just think, no, just no. I'm very open to a lot of fun fashions. I think there's a lot of fun fashions that have been done over and over again. So it's good to have new things come out, right? But you still need to keep it age appropriate. And we all know what age appropriate is, so just keep it age appropriate.
Yeah, I think to your point, I think the high-low look has you know, the shorts are getting a bit shorter,
Yeah.
high lows, and I understand what you're saying. So
Especially because a lot of times the judges are below the contestants. So then the girls are turning, and just keep it age appropriate, guys.
I do love the fun colors that they choose, and if it's flowing to the girl, just I think just making sure that it fits her personality, her age. It makes it feel a little bit more natural for her. But also just reading the guidelines of the national pageant, like what are the rules, and making sure also that the rules are, for organizers, making sure the rules are communicated to your judges,
Right.
so that you don't have maybe this one family that is going strictly by the rules, and then there's this other family that kind of, maybe risk it a little bit, and they come in the top. So just as an organizer, just making sure everything is consistent, so that that natural girl does get the same opportunity that maybe someone that was a little bit riskier didn't.
Totally agree. The other thing that I'm over are the 5-minute modeling routines. So we did a video recently called the Judges Insider Information. I'll link that for you guys. But yeah, thank you, Krystal. But I tell them, I say that the judges really only need about 10-15 seconds to give, a good score to a girl, a good professional judge. You don't need 5-minute modeling routines. You really don't. You just really don't. And I think it's fine for prelims, let a girl really strut her stuff and model it. But for finals, you can shorten it. Krystal's the walking expertise. What do you think, Krystal?
I think it goes again back to like, what are the rules for the pageant? I love a good modeling routine. So, I enjoy the 5 minutes if that's what the pageant is going to allow for. But because I can just see the technique of the girl, like I'm looking at her foot positions, I'm looking at how maybe her legs are crossing, or how she is holding her skirt, or how are her hands placed on her hips. Like those are all the things I'm looking at when I'm in my sessions. Like I don't just stand and kind of look at you. I'm looking at your feet. I'm trying to see what your feet are doing, And I think it's just really, what do the rules say? If the rules say, you're only supposed to hit 3 points, then hit the 3 points. Because, one of my students was actually, she competed at one of the 3 pageants, and she was a little bit fearful of one of the routines I made up for her, because like, I don't want to break the rules. I want to make sure I'm doing exactly what, my director is asking me to do. And I had to honor that. But to your point, Tam, like if we do see a 5-minute routine happen on the stage and she becomes in the top, I think I challenge the pageant organizers to make sure that your judges are following the rules that the girls know and are learning, because that makes it easier for the coaches, the parents, the girl, everyone is tied into the results. So it's just easier for us all. I agree that in the first like 10 to 15 seconds, that's why when maybe you're facing the back, or maybe you're in your pose and your name is called, your smile should be the brightest. Like you should be smiling till your eyeballs are going to pop out, you know what I mean? Because that's only when you want to show the most excitement. They want to see the natural you. Like, are you excited to be on the stage? Are you excited about what you're wearing? Like, make them love you. So,
Yeah.
I think I probably went on a tangent, but I'm passionate
No,
about
I like it. And let me say there were quite a few contestants. I would say probably those within the top 5 who I enjoyed the full 5-minute routines from them, because they were confident, they were polished, they were fun to watch. The look was great. I think the issue is that, if you're not as confident and you're staying on stage for a long time, it just gives the judges an opportunity to find things that aren't at your best,
That's a good point. Absolutely.
So,
And then we're just like, okay, thanks.
right. Yes. And we're already looking in the back at the other girl with her back turned. Like,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's been awesome to see the growth. Now, you and I, we've been in this pageant industry for a decade,
Oh.
Decades, over decades, for quite some time.
Insert question mark.
Right. For quite some time.
Emoji.
Yeah, and we've seen a lot of these girls from when they were like little girls. Some of these girls we've known when they were 2 and not even competing yet. And they're like teens and junior teens and misses, and it's so fun to see their growth and to see them, you know, find the right system for them and to see them succeed. And it's always so awesome. And that's why a lot of times I can be glued to a pageant, not because I, you know, have anyone that I'm coaching that's competing, but just because there are so many girls that I support and I support their growth. And I'm just so happy to see them and so happy to watch them.
Absolutely.
Oh, back to modeling. Triple turns. Did you see the triple turns?
I did see the triple turns. The older girls, the older divisions, I did see them.
In their fun fashions, or I think some gowns too. I mean, the turns were like zoom, zoom, zoom. First, I thought maybe someone tripped, and then I would look again. I'm like, oh no, she's still turning. And then I would see another girl do it, and I see the whole thing, and I'd be like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I think it was maybe the girls are finding new ways to stand out. You know, I think that sometimes your attire can, you know, there's only so much you can do with your attire, you know, and your hair, you know, so it's finding other ways to stand out more. So maybe it's in your technique, and, you know, you may have one of the judges on the panel that's looking for something more from the girl, and that'll make her stand out. And they're like, oh yeah, I love those turns. Like if they mention her name, you know, and that may be another level of confidence that they may see in her, you know, even to dare to do something like that on the stage, you know, in her gown and in her heels. Like that takes practice. So
yeah, yes, practice. I was like, you have to be really practiced, because those turns, everyone who did a triple turn that I saw was sharp. They had it. You're not going to do a triple turn and not be able to do it.
It definitely takes a level of confidence. And I think that, you know, you build your confidence too with the excitement that you have on the stage. You can either let that excitement make or break you, because you make it jitters, you know, then you kind of lose your balance too when you're modeling. But
to all of you triple turners, a way to go. The next step is quadruple for the challenge.
Then that'll equal probably a 6-minute routine.
Oh no.
You won't like that.
After so long already. You know, let me tell you, okay, so you and I, we've had national winners before. When you have a national winner, right, you relish their moment. You relish every moment they're on stage, every time their name is announced, like, you know, it's their final moments, like you're there for it. But when you don't have a national winner and you have a girl competing, you just want to get to the results. Like, yeah, farewell. Yeah. You know, but when it's your national queen, you're like, oh, I love it. So it's just funny. It's just funny how, depending on where you're sitting, you know, it depends on where you stand.
Absolutely. Even just seeing them grow, you know, and go on to the next, you know, their next ventures is still just in a journey that we appreciate as foundational coaches, as mentors for the girls. And I think that all coaches just enjoy being that part in their lives, you know, part of that journey for them.
I agree. We plan to do a couple more videos specifically about coaches and specifically about just what to do after nationals, whether you didn't place at all or whether you're the winner. Like there's some, I would say, courtesy and etiquette things that you really need to do after a pageant if this is an industry that you love and you want to continue to be in, and you're not just rah-rahing for this dream job. You know, who are you when you're not in a pageant? Are you still that same wonderful girl who volunteers and does all this stuff? Do you only do it leading up to the pageant? After the pageant, is it radio silence? Like, I just have some things to say about that. So be on the lookout for those videos.
I agree, Tim. I think it's important that in pageantry, it's here to shape you outside of the crown and banner, you know, just in life. So the confidence that you build to model on the stage, to do your intro on a stage, to interview one-on-one with the judges, those skills are used outside of pageantry? And are you really like absorbing what you're learning from your coaches, from your parents, from your directors, from your peers? Are you really absorbing all of that? Because once the pageant week is over, to your point, Sam, how are you? How's your demeanor?
Yeah.
Are you still excited? Are you still smiling? Are you still making a difference?
Still love this system. That's your dream job.
What's your dream job, Tam?
Oh, so literally my dream job used to be, well, I'd still do it if I could. I would love to be a casting director for Disney World. I know our friend Frank does that, and literally I would just love to head up the Chicago division. That's literally my absolute dream job. And also just doing this coaching and YouTube full time, like just giving to the world of pageantry and mentoring young girls to be more confident and beautiful. Like those are my dream jobs. What about you?
Awesome. Well, I'm actually full time in one of my dream jobs. Not right now due to COVID, but I am living one of them that I'll share maybe on a later video. But my other dream job will be starting soon. I would love to be a etiquette coach and also continuing. I feel like the poise and confidence all stems from pageantry. But taking it to the next level and just reaching out to all girls if they're not interested in pageantry, but bringing the poise, the confidence, the passion, the purpose into all of our girls. So that's the dream of mine. It's just, I'm sincerely fulfilled when I see a girl smiling and she feels embraced and she feels confident that she can just do anything and conquer the world. So that's my dream and my mission. I love to be a resource for everyone and just get someone to the next level. So my dream is my purpose, just to be a resource and for young girls.
I want to say that just going back to the things that you gain from competing in a pageant, you know, no matter what you placed, no matter how the week went, you never leave a nationals the same way that you came. Mm-hmm. There's always something to be gained. There's always something to learn. There's always something to improve on. There's always something to celebrate. And whether you don't realize that until a couple weeks, you know, being away from it, it's never wasted time.
In life, just in life.
Yeah.
Every opportunity. One of my new sayings is experience is the best teacher.
Oh, I just heard that today.
Oh, did you?
Tell me that?
Maybe. I've been saying it lately. I just feel like your experience in anything teaches you, you know, how to react, how to act, how to just tackle the next thing that may trigger the same response or the same feeling. It's your best teacher because sometimes we're not taught, you know, how to handle a failure, how to handle a loss, how to handle a win. You know, sometimes it's like, oh yeah, I won the title. Oh my God, now what? You know, it comes with this really big platform that you're representing a system for an entire year. You're representing yourself. You're representing your sister queens and your coach, your parents, your family. So
that's who didn't win that title. You know, you owe it to them to do the job.
Absolutely. So
sweet. So, I mean, congratulations to the national pageants that happened. Congratulations to the directors and the staff and the judges that, you know, took time out of their holiday to judge these competitions. Congrats to the contestants and
the parents.
The parents, yes, to the parents. Congrats to following COVID policy, because I think all the pageants did a great job of really trying to adhere to COVID policies.
See, that tea wasn't too bad, right?
It was great tea. I don't know where my teacup went. Did I put it back? Hold on. I'm going to knock out the bridge here. There we go. Oh, there we go. Yay! Cheers to Pageant Tea, you guys. Hey, comment below if you have some points to discuss or you just want to chat it up with us. We'd love to hear what you guys thought about it, and be on the lookout for more videos from us bringing you so much pageant fun and tips and information. We have big things coming up, so make sure that you like and subscribe to our channel.
And always remember, there's no limit to what you can achieve.
Yay! Bye, guys.